Welcome back, and we go next to Dens Park for the Tayside derby between Dundee and Dundee United. The form certainly pointed United's way, unbeaten in the last 15 games, three-time winners over their rivals this season without losing a goal. Indeed, Dundee had scored just once in the last 8 meetings between the two clubs. That's the background. Here's the action with Dougie MacDonald.
So 2 changes in the Dundee side that lost to Rangers at Ibrox. John Holt and Billy Kirkwood back in the side after injury. Stuart Rafferty and Jim Smith therefore relegated to the substitutes bench. And a very important player for Dundee up front this afternoon, that's Tommy Coyne. There he is, recovered sufficiently from that ankle injury sustained at the 10 and 6s, and they will be looking surely for a return to his striking form against United this afternoon. United, just one change from the side that started against Hearts. Raphael Mead back in the midfield. Dave Bowman moves back into the defence. That means no place for young Alex Cleland. A key figure then for Jim McLean's men, Dave Neary, right at the heart of that United defence. He, in actual fact, has played in all 5 of Dundee United's cup final appearances. The referee this afternoon, Dr. Andrew Worrell from Edinburgh, getting underway a very important cup tie this season, 1988-89. Still United can't get it away. Good supporting play from Holt to right. Slack clearance by Hegarty. Chisholm to right. Good looking cross. Hegarty making some amends. Malpass. Kevin Gallagher virtually all on his own. He has virtually no support. Mead is arriving in the middle, so too is Patalainen. Finally judged tackle by Stuart Forsyth. The heart of that Dundee defence. Still the pressure on Dundee though. French with a cross. Patalainen just nipping in there with a delicate header. That is Patalainen at his most dangerous. Nigh on perfect afternoon for Scottish Cup football. Billy Thompson very alert to that situation. Wright was coming really steaming in, and I think he's been penalised. Yes, Keith Wright feeling aggrieved that it was a 50-50 ball. It was a long ball played forward. Wright feeling he had to go for it as any striker would. Thompson coming very quickly off his line. He took the brunt of the challenge and saved the danger. Patalainen has a beating of Chisholm, doing very well. Mead is arriving in the middle. Gallagher making a race from 50 yards back. Patalainen's chip. There's a header for Mead, and that was a perfect chance for Dundee United. And obviously Mixu Patalainen doing supremely well there, evading the challenge from Chisholm, working his way down the left. The perfectly timed cross. Mead arrived with a header just drifting wide of Bobby Geddes' left-hand post. So half an hour played in this Dundee derby, and still no breakthrough for either side. Krivokapic for United looking for Gallagher. That's a better turn. Patalainen in space inside the area. Help arriving in the middle. Couldn't get it across properly. Krivokapic supporting play. Looking for Gallagher again. Good play by the Yugoslav, being harried there though by McBride. This is Bowman. Crunching tackle from Saunders, and a challenge by Bowman off the ball, and that will surely be the first booking of the afternoon. Referee, quite rightly so, Dave Bowman will be called over to Andrew Worrell after some 31 minutes. A very clumsy challenge indeed. French sweeping it back. Malpass with an acrobatic clearance. Saunders and Mead colliding. McAnally taking advantage. That's a good ball. Now Patalainen in the clear. Mead is arriving right of centre. Gallagher arriving at the back. There's Patalainen's cross. Gallagher that still has it in play. Across the face of the goal. Geddes a fingertip away. McAnally drives it back in. Breaks to Bowman. Dave Bowman! And a marvellous goal for Dundee United! Dave Bowman in 32 minutes breaks a deadlock in the Scottish Cup derby. As a result of that United pressure, the Dundee rearguard really failing to clear the lines effectively. It broke to Dave Bowman. He struck it first time from about 22 yards out. despite the brave efforts of Geddes, he was beaten all ends up. And there is a very sad sight in any football match at any level, a stretcher coming onto the field. And it looks like Billy Kirkwood, a former Dundee United player, now playing for Dundee, will take no more part in the Scottish Cup tie. In some pain too, being helped off by the ambulance officers with only 2 minutes of this first period remaining. There he is, Jim Smith, who usually plays at the heart of the United defence, coming on under not the most pleasant of circumstances, replacing Billy Kirkwood. Now a free kick to Dundee United in a very useful position. Bobby Geddes issuing instructions to his defenders. There's McInally's floated free kick, Patalainen and a header, and a marvellous save by Bobby Geddes. A great piece of reaction goalkeeping by the Dundee goalkeeper. It was Jim McInally's free kick from that left-hand side, a very dangerous situation, a well-struck free kick, floated across, Patalainen up, a powerful header, and Geddes done quickly to push the ball away for a corner. A long throw in now, the last chance surely in this first half for Dundee from Saunders. Right back header, looking for Fraley, got a touch, Tommy Coyne! Billy Thompson goes across, the referee's whistle goes, the ball was already dead. No further action though in this first half of the Scottish Cup tie. And there is Dave Bowman, a remarkable 60 seconds for the United fullback, booked in 31 minutes for a foul tackle on Saunders, and a minute later scoring a marvellous goal which broke the deadlock in a somewhat tense Dundee Derby Cup tie. Half-time, it's Dundee 0, Dundee United 1, the goal from David Bowman. So referee Andrew Waddle sets the second half in motion. John Blackley's side trailing by that 1-0. Do they have enough Brazilians to come back into the Scottish Cup tie? There's Stuart Rafferty right into the thick of the action. Patalainen was there first. Dundee, of course, have used both the substitutes in the first half. And especially the second substitution, a sad sight, was when Jim Smith had to come on for Billy Kirkwood, who was stretchered off. There's Patalainen with an early touch. Vukovic finding Kevin Gallagher. Gallagher playing in a right-sided midfield role. Good skills by the Yugoslav. The ball had crossed that dead ball line. The goal kick to Dundee. Pretty scrappy in that midfield area for a moment or two. And what can Gallagher do to open it? That's a great pass by Gallagher. Krivokovic in space. The cross ball. Raphael Mead. And a superb goal for Dundee United. Almost 6 minutes into the second period. The crowd behind Bobby Geddes' goal celebrate. That was an injection of pace by the Yugoslav Miodrag Krivokovic. He dragged the ball down the right, cut into the area, looked up. The finely judged cross, and Raphael Mead winning it perfectly with his head, dispatching it, bustling into net behind Bobby Geddes. 20 minutes of the Scottish Cup tie remaining. John Blackley's Dundee side trailing by 2-0. United certainly looking very comfortable, and dare I say confident at this juncture. It's French looking for Patalainen, goes for the return. Good break there by the youngster, evades a tackle by Forsyth. But he got a touch. Another corner to United. Once or twice the pace of Hamish French is told on that left-hand side. Maurice Malpass. Hegarty standing there near post. Raphael Mead being marked very closely by Jim Smith. Patalainen looking to arrive on the penalty spot. Geddes forcing that one away. It was really a driven cross by Maurice Malpass and an instinctive save by Bobby Geddes. Vukovic in the midfield, being challenged by Rafferty. Short pass intercepted by Saunders. A chance for Dundee. A push by Dave Neary. That's a free kick. That was a very rash tackle indeed by Dave Neary. And a silly one too from a United point of view. Wes Saunders was heading towards goal. He was outside the area. I really didn't think there was any danger. He may have made space for a shot, but Neary felt he had to make the challenge. Now, United having to organise a defensive wall. Tommy Coyne has joined it. 4 Dundee players over the ball. There's a 5-man United wall. Now, who will strike it? John Holt certainly has a fierce shot. So too is Ian Angus. Stuart Rafferty and Chisholm together. Some deliberations. Billy Thompson screaming at his defenders for cover. Ian Angus, a goal for Dundee. 28 minutes into the second half, the free kick from Ian Angus, and suddenly the home side are back in the Scottish Cup tie. A goal which came from the push by Dave Neary in the back of Wes Saunders. The free kick was awarded right at the edge of the area. Ian Angus, always a good striker of the dead ball, got the shot round the wall. Billy Thompson no chance, low into the corner of the net, and suddenly Dundee are back in the game. Header infield by Coyne. That was a dreadful challenge by Hegarty and Coyne, and Paul Hegarty could be in serious trouble here. He hasn't been booked certainly in the game, but that's his umpteenth illegal challenge in Tommy Coyne, and certainly a yellow card at least for the United veteran. Tommy Coyne was protesting vehemently to referee Andrew Waddle, and certainly Paul Hegarty going into the referee's notebook. For a rash challenge in Tommy Coyne. The colour of the card is yellow. That doesn't please the Dundee fans. But they have a chance from a set piece from which they scored the goal. It has given them perhaps a lifeline. Ian Angus is there once again. Slightly further out on this occasion, of course. 24, 25 yards. Ian Angus in conference here with John Holt. A 4-man United wall. Rafferty may take it short. Billy Thompson on the goal line. Ian Angus this time chipping it towards goal, and a flying header from Wes Saunders. That was a variation this time from Dundee. Dundee United perhaps expecting the shot from Ian Angus or Rafferty. Instead the chip across the wall. Saunders coming in, he got the header but wide of target. Paul Hegarty. United playing it very dangerously there, and Neary's given possession away. And the charge followed by Coyne, and Dave Neary certainly will be booked at least on this occasion. A roar of anger going up around Dens Park. Dave Neary, the man who gave away the free kick from which Angus scored with a silly push. He wasn't booked then, he certainly will be now, with about 9 minutes of the game remaining. And only a yellow card for Dave Neary. And I think he can consider himself very fortunate indeed. And a substitution now being made for Dundee. Paul Sturrock has come on, and Raphael Mead, who was struggling in the last 15 minutes or so, has gone off. The free kick go to Dundee. It's not cleared. A shot from Chisholm, blocked by a United leg, and Dundee United living very dangerously. Dundee with a last-ditch effort to try and retrieve the Scottish Cup tie. Thompson way out of his goal there. Here's Angus, taking Bowman with him. Support arriving in the shape of Saunders. Angus going for the return. Great play by Ian Angus. determination, trying to tee it up for Holt. Miscues the pass, so Patalainen away. Stirrup, no match in the air there for Jim Smith. Gets a head flick to that one though. And for size, sliding in there as Patalainen bursts forward. Referee Andrew Worrell had another look at the watch. The whistle is in his mouth. The kick out from Geddes. Keith White trying to keep the ball in play. The United throw-in. Extraordinary amount of injury time added on. Chisholm in there with the header first. Free kick given out to Dundee. Challenged by Patalainen. Referee urging play to continue. That is Mr. Worrell. Chisholm's kicked forward. And there in fact goes the final whistle from referee Andrew Worrell, bringing to an end the Scottish Cup third round derby tie. Certainly another classic encounter. Dundee United looking to have the upper hand in the game sewn up with those 2 goals from Dave Bowman in the first half. An excellent header from Raphael Mead. But suddenly Dundee came back into the game in 73 minutes with Ian Angus's free kick. A brave fight back, but it was all too late. And it's Jim McLean's side to go into the 4th round draw for the Scottish Cup. The full-time score again, Dundee 1, Dundee United 2.
Jim McLean, a happy man with the result here at Dens Park?
Well, obviously the most important thing is getting through, but as usual I've got 1 or 2 moans with the performance.
I think from a fan's point of view it has to be fair to say that it wasn't really a classic encounter. Derbies are always very difficult games.
I think derbies are obviously always difficult, but I think also cup ties at times, the desperation of the players to get through definitely makes that they're not really relaxed. You need players to be very determined, but you also need them to be relaxed when in possession of the ball. And I think that cup ties definitely at times contradict the entertainment value that is expected from games.
Looking briefly at the goals, reflecting upon them, I thought that the first goal was very well executed from David Bowman.
The first goal was a magnificent goal, but unfortunately that's his for the season, so we can't expect any more from him. But it was a tremendous hit, and he does a great job for us. I thought he did exceptionally well today.